Hello, hello. Hi, Vincent. Thanks for stopping by. Hi, baby. You will not regret being here. Okay? Nice to meet you, Vincent. Never saw your name before. You join in a few. Yeah, do that. And I don't know, should I invite Stephanie? Yeah, I will invite her, right? BGC girls. What? Like, I can find her. I mean, she's Steph Tejada or something, but I can't find her. Do we not follow her? Yes, we do follow her, right? How do I invite her now? It doesn't show her name. Even if I just put ST, it doesn't show her name, baby. What are we gonna do now? Use the share button. Which one is that? Which one is that, baby? But what's the share button? Like, which one is that? Tell me, please. And my Instagram is not updated, so maybe I don't have the share button. Which one is it, baby? Send it to her DMs. I don't find her. The power plane button. Look like a plane. Oh. All right. I'm so dumb. Stephanie Tejada. There she is. Send. Yes, I did. So let's hope. Let's hope she's coming. Can somebody else like call or DM her or something and remind her? Yeah, I found her, baby. It's all good. I found her. She has the invite. But where is she? Okay. Did you send her a DM too? And did she read it or reply? That's hella annoying. That's hella annoying. She liked our DM. She's gonna join. Okay, this part is so aggravating. Yeah, the beginning is always like, she might be typing and say something about time and getting ready, maybe. Okay. Can you like check it while you're in here? Oh, hi, Arturo. There she is. Hi, Stephanie. Gemini, wait a moment, okay? So, Stephanie, could you please send a request? Let me see. Yeah, I saw. I just, I'm just waiting for her request. So can I? Stephanie, yeah, like when I invite her, that's so weird. It's like doesn't show. Oh, now it does. Now it does. Sorry, Steph. I sent an invite now. Hi, baby.
Hello.
Hello.
Let me put on a filter. I look crazy today. I have a fucking eye infection or something. I woke up with like a crusted eye yesterday.
Baby, I did bottle service all night, like last night, and I slept like 3 or 4 hours or something. So
I'm just mad I can't like wear makeup on my eyes. So I'm
but
feeling
you look
bald face today, so I'm
beautiful.
gonna use a filter.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Let me see. But you look amazing, baby. It's all good.
I'm
Oh,
excited. Thank you for having me. I know we've been trying to plan this, I feel like, for like a whole year.
look, Steph, you don't need to be sorry because you do that for free. So we appreciate that a lot. And whenever you have time, and when you don't, you don't. So we didn't take that personally or like had a problem with it. But we're totally happy that you're here. Like you are, like the page BGC positivity, the most positive bad girl of all of them.
When I want to be, you know what I mean? Everyone thinks like, oh, I was on Bad Girls Club. You didn't fight. You was on Bad Girls Club. You ain't fight. You ain't about that life. And it's like, no one gave me a reason, no, bitch.
Exactly. Like, why would you fight? And like when you came in, there was no tension at all. So why would you fight?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, Steph, let me start. The First of all, when did you yourself get into BGC? What season did you like the most? Did you watch it at all? Do you have a favorite bad girl?
So so like I remember when Bad Girls Club first came out, I was in like high school. I think I was like a freshman or a junior in high school. And
Right.
that's kind of how I discovered it. Was my mom and my aunts would watch it. Like they're so ratchet, and they would like get together and watch Bad Girls Club. And me and my cousins would be like,
Did
"What's
you
that?"
just call your mom ratchet?
I called her ratchet on TV too. She is. She ratchet. She know it. But I loved it. I had never seen a show where it was just women. You know what I mean? I felt like that was like the first time I seen any show like that, and it was like sold.
Right.
My favorite season, I would say, was season 7, just because I was like obsessed. I loved Judy. Judy was like, I felt like she's like the closest to like how I am, as far as like being a weirdo and herself and having fun no matter
true.
what's going on in the house. So
true.
I really resonated with Judy a lot.
Yeah, and I think you guys would have gotten along very well. Like you fit to each other definitely. Did you
I
ever
feel
meet?
like so we were so we had done work together because I had a clothing brand, the Queen's Closet Shop, and me and Judy did some work together. She was like an influencer for my brand. I was an influencer for her brand type thing. You know, we worked together, and then we were supposed to do a photo shoot for a hair campaign, but something happened with her flight and she couldn't make it, and I was so sad because I was like, yes. So I didn't get to meet her in person, but we've talked a whole bunch.
All right. Did you try out only for season 16, or did you try it earlier already too?
So the season, I want to say it was 14, I think, where they had like sisters.
You dodged the bullet with that.
The one with the sisters or whatever. So when they were casting for it, originally it was like going to be best friends. That's what the casting call has said. So me and my best friend drove to Tampa, and we did we had auditioned for that one together, and I got a call back. I was on Skype with them. Right. And I remember this is when I was living in Florida, so like the hurricanes, they don't play. I was on Skype with them in the middle of like an insane hurricane. The connection was lost. I was like, well, there goes that opportunity. So I didn't get that season. But then they reached out to me for season 16, and I didn't even like submit or anything. So I think I was just in their roster of contacts. Luckily, I didn't change my number yet, so they were able to get in touch with me for 16.
Oh wow! And they already said we want you for that season, or did you like had to make a home video and stuff again?
So they basically said we want you to, we want to meet you, and we want you to do this. But it wasn't like a definitive like yes. So they still wanted me to do the home tape, and then they brought me out to Miami to do like an in-person casting. And then from there, they flew me to LA, and I was like, you got it.
All right. So the way you came into the house was very special and unique. um, like the way you met the girls. So, but still, like when they announced that the new girl is coming, and Sway was like, "Where is she? Where is she?" Like, was that tension overwhelming for you? Did you feel like, "Oh my God, they're gonna jump me"? Or
I was ready. Look, as a fan of the show, I already knew what I signed up for. I knew exactly what I was getting into, and I was ready for whatever. So I remember, like, they wanted me to dress down for improv because, you know, that was my introduction. I was an improv teacher. And I was like, I was going to dress down anyway because if a bitch tried to jump me, I got my chanclas on or whatever, you know? So I was just ready for whatever was going to happen. I'm a very, like, non-confrontational person, you know? I'll let people be rah-rah, whatever. You have to, like, take it to that point for me to go there. So to me, I was down for whatever. I know I'm a really cool person and I'm down to earth. So I didn't expect too much hate, but I was ready for it if it came. Okay. And I brought them a bottle. Like, how you gonna hate on me? I come bearing gifts.
That's true. That's true. And that's like a very good way to come in. Yeah, because Adrian was like a little bit rude at the beginning, or was that just edited like that? Did you get along with her?
I think Adrian is just a person who's just kind of, she's real. You know what I mean? I have friends from Philly and a lot of them act like that. I think it's just that up north attitude that, like, we don't care type thing. And that's just who she is. I really didn't think like she was being a bitch or anything. I'm just like, this is just like your vibe. Like, you're just like a tough cookie, and that's okay.
That's cool. That's really, really cool. So were you like disappointed that you came in as a replacement and not as an original? Because we all think you should have been an original.
I have so many messages, even to this day, where people are just, I guess, watching the season on Peacock, or a lot of them find me on Peacock and Amazon. And I get that message all the time. And to me, you know, I asked production, like when they called me to come be a replacement, I was like, how many episodes have already, like, would already be edited? And when they said 1 or 2, I was like, okay, I really don't feel like I missed nothing. Like, I feel like I was just a daylight, like, what's up, bitches?
When you came in, did they like tell you what happened to Kaylee before and why Sway left, or did production tell you that's why Sway left before you came in, or do they not tell you anything and just throw you in there?
So it was Dream Doll or Tabitha who left.
Oh yeah, true.
And they just told me that something happened and one of the girls was already sent home if I want to, you know, come out. So it didn't bother me, like I said, to be a replacement. That wasn't the problem. For me, it just would have been like, how many more episodes until this is over? Because I don't want to just be the pendeja who's in one episode.
Right. But I think you come in an episode.
I'd rather like save that, you know?
Yeah. So when you talked to Z and Kaylee, did they tell you how bad it was, what happened before? Like, did you know, or did you just see it then later when you saw the episode?
So the first day, that it wasn't explained in detail what happened. It was just very obvious that the house was divided. So they just kind of explained that so-and-so got in a fight with Kaylee. So we're just kind of not really like all clicking. But that I didn't have details initially right away. It was a few days into it that they started opening up a little bit more about what happened. And I didn't see anything until before, what was it? Before the reunion, we get to see the first episode.
Oh, okay. That's why you came in sneakers.
Right. And see the stipulation with the sneakers, like everybody's like, oh, you just wore sneakers, but you ain't gonna do nothing. Like, not only was I like, okay, they have done this to her before, it wasn't even about that. Like, there was some shady shit going on in our hotel room prior to filming the reunion. Like, they were like going to her door supposedly and like knocking on her door and like harassing her at the hotel before the reunion. And like, I don't know if it was like malicious or they were just, you know, joking around, but like, you already know where you stand with this girl. So to me, I didn't fucking know what was gonna happen. So I'm kind of like my first day, like I'm a just in case person, you know. I'm the person who has extra hand sanitizer in her purse, baby wipes, snacks. Like, I'm always prepared.
Kaylee's actually here. Hi, Kaylee. I tried to invite her, but she
Ah,
didn't.
my Kaylee Whaley.
Kaylee, we miss you. Come,
Oh, I love her so
luck.
much.
She declined my invite. Kaylee, please. Just some minutes.
Kaylee, you can tell your side of the story, girl.
Exactly. So do you have any advice like for people who are getting bullied or who go through stuff like Kaylee did, how to deal with that and how to not like let it break you down and stuff, because Kaylee actually really suffered from that, and it was hard to watch. It was really hard to watch. So is there any advice like how can people deal with that?
So I've been bullied before. I was actually bullied like later in my life, which was ridiculous. Like grown ass women were like bullying me and just like terrible things, saying things about me online and like lying. And every time I fed into that, that's like what they wanted. That's literally what they're looking for. They're looking for me to get angry and be like, bitch, come outside and beat your ass. They want that. So the best thing for you to do is like just like fuck them, just fuck them, ignore them, like, because no matter what, you're gonna have a hater. It's gonna be somebody who has something to say. Hello.
Hi.
Fresh and Stephanie.
She's
What's
part of
I
this.
don't want to cut you off. I'm the other interviewer.
Yeah, she's
hello.
part
I
of
don't want to
it.
ask anything you already asked, though. I'm sorry?
So Kaylee said, hey, baby, next time this is Stephanie's time. I look awful. Like, I look awful. I slept 3 hours after working in the strip club all night.
Oh my God. What
But
time is it where you guys are?
I understand. Yeah, I actually do bottle service 4 or 5 times the week, and that's a little bit too much. I used to dance too, but now I'm 31 and have a beer belly, so now I'm not on stage. But still, you know it yourself. Once you did that, it's so hard to get out. And when you have a corporate job, you miss the club.
I used to go dance for like 8 years. My job was to be a professional party starter and club cheerleader. Okay, like I know the nightlife. I know the struggles of like fucking getting to work at 10 o'clock at night, getting home at like 5. Like people think, oh, but you get to sleep in, bitch. The hours are killing me.
Right. And then being bubbly and shiny, and you just feel like sleeping. So sometimes it's really difficult. And then all the alcohol, of course. Yeah. So this we had. So would you be down to do something with Zeus? Because Zeus I feel like is a little bit more
ratchet.
Yeah.
With
and they have less borders than Oxygen had. Like they allow stuff to happen that to me is just a little bit much. So would you be open to do Baddies, Jocelyn's Cabaret, One More Chance, something like that?
So, as somebody who, like I said, I go dance for 8 years. I'm a very good dancer. I know how to do choreography. I've taught dance. I perform for artists, all kinds of stuff. Jocelyn's Cabaret was like interesting to me, but I thought it was like strippers. So is it like strippers or like real dancers? Because I'm tired of people saying strippers are dancers. It's not the same.
That's true. That's true. Like even in the club I work at, we have like, let's say 50 girls per shift. It's 20, and the girls who really can dance per shift are maybe 5, and the other ones just work on the pole.
And that's fine, because that's an exotic dancer.
Of course.
That's a pole dancer. But when you say you're a dancer, like, bitch, I'm expecting some pop and lock-in and fucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm expecting skill. You
mean choreography and stuff?
Right, like you might be able to pick up an 8 count, bitch. You gonna find yourself a dancer.
That's true. I used to do Latin and ballroom, like pair dancing.
Yeah.
Then from that I went to stripping, and now I don't dance anymore, unfortunately.
It's okay. It's probably best.
Right. Okay, so it's your time now, babe.
Okay. Wait, me or Stephanie?
You.
Okay. So I saw you as anti-bully on the show. You kind of have an instinct to protect people. Like I see that with Kaylee. I'm wondering if you think that's more nature or nurture. Like, how did you approach something like the Bad Girls Club in such a peaceful way?
I just feel like, you know, I was really being myself, and I'm a person, you know, I said it earlier, I'm not a confrontational person, but like if I have to be, I will fucking do what I have to do. I've been in several fights before, whatever, but I'm never the one to start the fight. And to me, I just felt like what was happening was just really uncalled for. Like it was just so unnecessary to me, and I just couldn't understand like what happened. What did you do? What is the fucking point of this? So I couldn't understand it, and it was just wrong. It wasn't about being anti-bully or this. It's like what's wrong is wrong, and I'm gonna call you out on it. Especially if like I have to live with these girls. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So if you were in the house with Dream, do you think you would have been friends, or like would things have gone as far with Kaylee?
I feel like if it would have been the same situation, I probably like would have been in that fight. I feel like you know what I mean? Because I just felt like, not to say Kaylee was jumped, but she was attacked, and she was attacked by more than one person. So if it would have been her, Z, Talone, any of the girls, Winter, if it would have happened to Tabitha, then somebody else was doing it to Tabitha. I'm just the person who's gonna speak up. Like when it's wrong, it's wrong.
Right. What do you think about them kind of telling her, well, you have to stand up for yourself, and putting it on her?
I agree. Like, you need to stick up for yourself. Everybody needs to be able to defend themselves to some point. Like, you should be able to stand up for yourself. But you saying that doesn't justify why it's happening. Like, oh, you're teaching fucking lessons or something. Like, what's the point?
Right.
After you bullied me, after you attacked me, you tried to tell me how to react to what you did to me. Like, that's hella weird, I think.
And that was my thing about it. I'm like, so like you didn't even say nothing to them or do nothing to them. They just started wilding. Like that's we fighting.
Right. And it's not about winning. Like I lost multiple fights in my life, but I will not get my ass beat and just like do this. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if I have to windmill through 5 people, I will do that. And if they kick me down, then it happens. But I think it's not about winning or losing. It's about fighting back, you know, because actually you feel worse when you just let them do that, like, and you that messes with your confidence, I guess. Love you too. I got to run.
And she did fight back.
The best. We love you too, Kaylee. I wish you a wonderful day. Let's get in touch.
I'm coming to Florida for the holidays.
Ooh, I might have to join. So let's get in touch again, Kaylee, so we can plan your interview, my love. Kisses. Mwah. Okay, sorry, go on.
So are there questions you don't like? Like, is there an etiquette to dealing with a bad girl because people just don't understand it?
I don't think there's an etiquette. I think you really just got to be truthful to yourself. You know, it's reality TV. This is going to be like, it's just going to be you on television. So like, how do you want to be perceived? Do you want to just go with the negative connotation that the show has and just like be fighting for just because of the show? Or are you going to be yourself? And if you have to fight, then you have to fight. You know what I mean? Like to me, I feel like you just be yourself and don't start no shit, won't be no shit. Like that's.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unless you're
Kaylee. That's kind of where I'm at with.
Okay. Those were your questions, or do you have more, babe?
They actually gave me a list, but I'm hoping you didn't ask any of them yet. Who is your favorite bad girl?
Judy from season 7. I just feel like she was just the funnest, the most unique, unapologetically herself. Like clearly you can tell like Judy ain't give a fuck what nobody thought about her. And anybody who's like that, I'm always drawn to that type of person. Like my best friends like that. Most of the people I work with in comedy are those types of people. And I just respect people who are like, I don't give a fuck.
I have to catch on and you didn't tell me.
And that's actually like Judy actually has a great way to deal with bullies, because even when they make her bleed, she will still punk you with words, and like she eats people with words. So this is just a great quality to have. Like even when she's like really getting beat up afterwards, she will still
she's gonna get the last word in. Yep.
definitely.
That's the season of one-liners. Because Zeus will post, "Oh, what's your favorite quote from this episode of Baddies?" And it's like, these are the quotes. They're just not iconic. It's
Right.
not like Judy.
Right.
Uh,
So Steph, Baddies, just 1 second, because you just said Baddies. Baddies is not an option for you?
okay, so Natalie actually reached out for me to do the first season, but it was like, she did, but it was like, bitch, this was prime time COVID. Like, I was like, ooh, I wasn't even vaccinated yet. Like, I was scary. I was like, I don't think I could do that. And then there was also just not a lot of clarity on what the project was going to be. And I'm not a person to just jump into things for money. You know what I mean? Like, I ask a lot of questions. I'm annoying with shit I do. You know that, because I'm like, what's your time zone? What's a good day for you? Like, I am very, like, I want details. So when I wasn't getting that clarity, I was just like, I'm not going to jump into this because I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's even like a problem with Bunham and Murray or Oxygen. I didn't even know the stipulation on that whole legal side of things. So I didn't know really what was going on. And then I didn't do that one. So if she called me to do another season, I wouldn't be like, yay, I'm gonna do it right away, but I wouldn't be opposed to it if there's nothing else that like I have to be a part of. Like if maybe I don't have a lot of comedy shows or it's a slow time for me or something, I would do it.
Yeah, and people really want, I mean, you see it on the comments and stuff, but like we really want to see you again on TV.
Me too.
So please, please just say yes to whatever is offered to you. Okay, sorry, sweetheart, you can go on.
I mean, season 1 of the Bad Girls Club is not the same as future seasons of the Bad Girls Club. So maybe Baddies will continue to evolve and it'll be a little easier to join something like that when they've kind of figured out what they're doing more.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully. I mean, I'm still watching it.
You know, season 2 just seems a lot more like exciting though. Like season 1 was cool.
Yeah.
But season 2 is like a lot of drama. I'm like, oh shit.
They have a lot of clips to post this time. More fights, even though the whole episode is like in the club, and then they'll just at the end of the episode they'll start the fight.
When Darlene beat up
slow motion shit.
Yeah, when Darlene beat up that gay guy, that was epic.
Woo!
The scene was nice. BGC Girls Inc. has a question. Do you agree that season 1 girls deserve more credit?
Do I believe what?
Wait, I will pin it. If season 1 girls, if they deserve more credit.
I feel like season 1 girls, you know, they were definitely the originals. They paved the way for the show to continue. If season 1 wasn't successful, there wouldn't be a season 16 for me to be a part of. There wouldn't be a Baddies spinoff and, you know, even Bad Boys. So season 1 had to be a success for it to continue. So I absolutely give the props to the original season. Yes, same. I do.
Same. Did you see that Burnham and Murray are planning to bring Bad Girls Club back?
But are they though? Because I feel like I have seen this for years with the will they or won't they? Like I feel like it's just a way to get the algorithm to do this. Like they know.
It's the first time it's coming from them. Before the rumors always came from some blog or something. So now they are asking, and they ask for what girls do you want to see again. So maybe, hopefully, it's real this time.
I mean, I don't know. I don't imagine that they will cancel it just to bring it back like 6 years later. That's really soon. I think it just might be a ruse to just get their social media to blow up because Burnham Murray need money. You know, they're not really producing a whole lot right now, so they need more projects and clout. But I would love to like be part of it as far as like, you know, maybe a life coach or like I come in the house and like like help the girls.
Yeah, that would be cute. That would be really cute. Do you have another question?
Yeah, what do you think of Tanisha as a host?
Tanisha's a great host. I think she's very entertaining. I think she gets to the point. She don't really cut corners. She's gonna ask you what she's gonna ask you. She's messy. She's a good host. I do feel like they should like rotate hosts though. Like I get it, Tanisha's been the host for a while and you know that's really good, but I think they should rotate other old bad girls to host reunions and things like that. I think that would be a lot more fun.
It became repetitive over time.
What would
Right,
you
because it was like Perez Hilton had hosted, then Tanisha again, right? And it was just those two.
And Star Jones had season 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was just watching the best moments of the reunion. I remember you just sitting there and everyone just being quiet when Adrian stood up with Tanisha. What was going through your mind?
I like, bitch, I smell Hennessy. Like, this girl is gone off the Hennessy. Like, she was really drunk. You could tell, you could smell it on her breath. I think she was just a little, you know, loose. And Adrian is like that though. Like, she's gonna stand up to anybody if she doesn't like you, or if she did it with production. You know what I mean? So I wasn't like shocked, but I was like, "Ooh, girl, what you trying to do?" You know? I was confused.
Oh my God. Do you have a favorite celebrity?
Like ever? Ooh, Lucille Ball, Jim Carrey.
Okay.
All the Wayans
Jim
brothers.
Carrey? Oh, hell no.
So,
yes,
like,
Jim Carrey. I'm a comedian. I am an aspiring comedic actress. These are my mentors.
Yeah, that's what you're drawn to.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Love Games?
You know what's so funny? Like, the way the world works is crazy. So I had seen some of Love Games, and this kid I went to high school with was on fucking Love Games. Pasquale went to my high school, New Rochelle High School.
Oh, no way.
I think they call him Squally on the show. Squally went to my high school with me. And then Dre had a clothing line that he was part of, like, casting models for. And I modeled for that clothing line, and he was on Love Games. And this was all before I even got on Bad Girls Club. So I just think it's funny how, like, it's just always around you, and the people you know.
Dre was
a small world.
10.
I know.
Do you ever find that you have to talk to people who've been on reality TV because they understand it?
I feel like we definitely have a better understanding because we have experienced that, like, weird. Okay, so after you finish filming a reality show, because things like, you know, just regular internet scrolling or listening to music or even turning your own lights off, like, there's a couple weeks, at least for me, when you get out the house and you're like, oh yeah, I got to turn my own lights on. Oh, I have doors now. I can use the bathroom and close the fucking door. Things crazy. Like that. You kind of, like, not get brainwashed, but you get adjusted to it really fast.
And then people aren't always empathetic when they're judging what goes on, and they don't wake up with a camera in their face.
They don't
and get judged by a bunch of people.
You know, people judge you if you're on a TV, if you're not on TV, if you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook. And that's why I just say, like fuck everybody. Or just do what makes you happy.
Yeah.
That's why I have people curse me out every single day for something. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't care.
BGC Girls Inc. has a question. If you feel some type of way about fans saying that you look alike with Stephanie from season 11, and did you like the season and Stephanie?
You think I don't think I look like her.
I don't.
She's beautiful.
Not at all.
I think she's beautiful, but I do not think we look alike at all. I remember Stephanie. She was cool. You know, she's a spicy Latina. Enough said.
I saw on your website you grew up in the Bronx. Do you feel like that gave you a bit of a foundation? So
I was actually born in Orlando, raised in New York most of my life. And then I moved back to Florida in my 20s to help with some family issues. My mom had gotten sick and I needed to help her a little more. But yeah, I grew up in East Tremont. I went to school in New Rochelle. My school fucking was like 30 minutes away. So it was a bit of a drive or a commute. But I think that might be kind of like where I get my, like, oh, whatever, who cares, like, type of vibe. Because if you've been to New York, it's very, like, we don't have time to talk about it. Like, you're going to move on or you're not. Get out of my way. I have stuff to do.
And for something stressful like the Bad Girls Club, I would think that's kind of immersion therapy. Like, you're in kind of an environment where you have to really pay attention to your surroundings. I don't want to say I'm literally on Tremont right now, and I kind of feel like when you're in a situation where you have to really be vigilant,
Yeah.
It does kind of open you up for something, but they get people from so many different backgrounds on purpose. It's a social experiment.
I agree.
So I think you were more chill, you were ready.
Yes.
Yeah, they saw that I was living in Florida at the time, and they were like, "Oh, she's
Yeah.
having a great time," and I'm like, I am. I'm always fun, but
However,
if you get on that side, it's not good.
mm-hmm.
So, Face Type of Day is asking, what's your thoughts on the most jumping seasons of BGC, like 8, 10, 11, and 15? The seasons where they jumped a lot. Did you watch them? And I guess
There's so many seasons with so many different girls. I don't be remembering like the specifics of each season, but I know that I have seen. Okay, it was an earlier season, but the season where they like jumped Amber in Mexico or whatever that was.
Oh yeah,
that was
Crazy.
wild. Like that was too much.
Mm-hmm.
They like busted her nose. Like that was way too fucking much.
That was hard to watch.
I felt really bad for her. I didn't know her obviously at the time, but like I was like, oh my God, why are they just like doing this to this girl? It felt so uncalled for because they were just annoyed by her peppiness. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just a hater. So
Right. Did you see the Haley situation on season 11? Like in the, I think last episode, they brought in a new girl. She got very drunk, threw up in the house, and like all 5 of them jumped her like for a very long time. That was like really bad, really, really bad.
Yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about. Were they like by a pool? It was like by a swimming pool or something, right?
It was
it was in the house.
I don't remember.
But it doesn't matter. It was just a very, very bad scene. And after that, Burnham and Maury lost a lot of like money for that, because people who supported them said, we don't want to work with you anymore.
Yeah.
After that
I think
situation.
that's why they started like, kicking out girls more and having a no violence policy.
Right. Then bringing in a life coach and then act like, oh, we want to redeem them. We want to help them to get better. But,
you can't! You cannot save these hoes!
No, like, and like, like those girls didn't want to change at the end anymore. There was like, they were who they were. They came from where they came from, as you said. You have that in you, so why change and why act like you want them to change when all of it is about fighting? Like, the girls need to fight, otherwise your show wouldn't be a show.
Yeah.
Especially when you have seasons with people like Judy, you need someone who's less fighter and just has something to contribute to the storyline and the one-liners to give, because it has to be memorable. It's not memorable. It's just this montage of fights, and you kind of tune it out almost.
Yeah.
Like there are fights I seriously don't know who won because I physically can't pay attention anymore.
It's just a pile.
Yeah.
Like
a pile of people.
It just becomes like a fight scene from an action movie. You need a story. You need actual personalities.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree. And that's why I tell people, like, when they ask me about this stuff, I'm like, honestly, you could go in there and be like, I'm a fighter, it's Bad Girls Club, whatever. Or you could just really, like, shine by being different and being fun and bubbly in yourself,
I mean, it's not jail. Did they give you that line, like, oh, this is going to be similar to jail when you got into the house?
It is, though, because, like, it's not jail. It's really dramatic to say jail. But I think what they mean is, like, we don't have doors. We can't turn off our own lights. We can't listen to music. We can't watch TV. Our internet is monitored, so we can only, like, check our emails. There was no social media, no nothing. Minus that 1 hour a week we got to go on Instagram. It was nothing. So I think that's kind of what they mean by it's like jail. But, bitch, we fucking had 2 cars. We could go to the store. We could go out. We could do stuff.
But it's scary that there are parallels to jail like that. And that's what you agree to. And they could pay more too. So I think they attract people who are kind of like needing the opportunity. Some are there just like, okay, I have a job, but this is an opportunity. Some people really don't have anything else going on, and they cast them on purpose. I don't know if you saw All-Star Battle. They had a spelling bee in All-Star Battle. And everyone spelled everything wrong almost. And I remember thinking, wow. So they picked those on purpose that they think And this is no disrespect to the girls, but I'm like, they're choosing girls they feel like can't advocate for themselves if production does something to them. And that's how I see it.
It's funny you say that because they do, and they test you. Like, we had to do like a math test. I was like, bitch, a math test? I'm in my late 20s already. I don't want to do no fucking math test. Like,
and for what?
I guess they literally want to see your intelligence level and how you solve problems, like word problems, math problems. I feel like I went back to like high school.
Right.
Anxiety.
That's really thing. That's
terrible.
Process thing.
That's terrible. But maybe it was better there to fail the test than to give a good test. You know what I mean? Because then they think, oh, we can influence that person more, we can manipulate that person more. Did production ever try to like tell, sorry, hey, did you see like Winter wanted to get you drunk? Like, do you not feel some type of way about that? Like, did they try to trigger your bad side?
They definitely try. Well, you know, you do your one-on-ones, and they ask you, because okay, what people don't know is when you do the Bad Girls Club or any reality show, I'm assuming, when you go and you're doing those like one-on-one confessional type looking things, you're recapping the whole week. So you're in there for like an hour, 2 hours sometimes, and they're asking you questions about things that you probably don't even fucking remember, to be honest. Because like this is on a Sunday, and you recapping the whole last 7 days of the week. So they definitely would throw things in, and I'm like, that's not. Don't try it. Look, don't try it with me, okay? But they definitely would try it for sure. And in post editing, I know for sure because they did it to me. They take sound bites and splice it to make it seem like you said different things.
And you could tell they didn't even do a good job about it. Like that one scene where he talked shit, I don't know about who, you could tell that didn't fit to the situation.
Yeah, they tried to make it look like I was hating on Adrian. I fucking loved Adrian.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's not how it went. But you sign up for these things, you know, you sign a contract, you're basically like, whatever you want to portray me as. Like, it is what it is. And that's why I don't take anything that I saw after we left the house. I don't take nothing personally. I don't take any comments about me or my laugh or anything. I don't care. Because
by the way, if anybody comments something negative, you're going to get blocked. So just enjoy the entertainment, and if you have something nice to say, you can. If you can't, then please don't type and shut up. Thank you. So there's a mystery about your season, my love. But first I wanted to say something to what you just said. I think, like, did you know when the season ended, like, did you already know that people are gonna love you? Because some, like a bad girl like you, never was there before you and not after you. You know, you are very unique, and people love that. So did you already see that on Instagram, that people are like, oh my God, or did it take a while until?
So I mean, like I said, I wasn't really trying to like. If anything, I thought people would find me obnoxious and annoying, because that I'm a very like in your face. I'm always cracking jokes. Like I know I'm childish, but I own that. So I thought people would find me annoying. So I was actually surprised when, you know, I was the fan favorite of that season, because I was like, really?
Yeah, you really were. You really were.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. And yes, there were bad girls where people say they are irrelevant because they didn't fight and stuff, but it was never like boring or draining to watch you, and it was actually touching to see how you helped, you know, people, and how you try to be there, and how protective you are over people you care about. So that was really, really great.
Thank you. I feel like that comes, you know, people don't know, but I had a really hard childhood growing up. Like, I dealt with a lot of shit at a really young age. So I think that's why I'm so positive, and like it takes so much to get under my skin, because like I've been through hell and back before I was even out of high school. So to me, like, bitches hating me over my laugh, or because I left a fork in the fucking sink overnight, like, that's not worth fighting. That's not worth it to me.
No. One more question, Kelsey, sorry, and then there's a mystery about your season, and it is Cabrina's name on the wall. How did they know that people are going to leave and Cabrina can move in like that? Like that just looks scripted. You know what I mean? I know it
Oh my
isn't.
God.
But,
So I
yeah.
didn't even know about that initially. I didn't even realize it. And then all I thought is production knew exactly who they were going to call, when they were going to call them. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. And even though it comes off like, oh, someone got sent home because of a fight, they know the fucking timing.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow they being messy and figuring out who's going to come in when, because yeah, nobody came in and like edited the wall or anything as new girls came in.
Yeah, her name was there like right at the beginning already. And that's just like, that's like the fans, we were just like, how did you know she's going to come in? You know, with Tiara, who came in with her, wasn't a problem because we already have a Tiara, right? So, but Cabrina's name, and then it was so big. You know,
Yeah,
that was just confusing.
it's true. You know, maybe they thought, oh, we're going to pick out of these girls, we're going to have these girls, and these are going to be the replacements. Maybe Cabrina was supposed to be an original. You know, who knows? Who knows what could have changed in the time that they casted and made the house and did all this and whatever. So
True. And she also should have been an original, like you and her. It was said that you were replacements. You should have both been originals, definitely.
tell them, okay, they messed up. And that's why I want to be the new, instead of Laura, the life coach, Laura, the life coach, you know? I'll come in, I'll be a character or something, come in with a notepad, prescribe drugs to these bitches. Like, I'll just need to smoke weed. You know, chill.
Yeah, I do too.
Like, that would be me as a life coach. Everybody get high and hold hands.
Right. Can we do BGC Girl Inc.'s question and then you again, Kelsey, or do you want to do it the other way around?
Said, what are your thoughts on the fans that still harass the hated bad girls still this day over decade-old stuff? Do you agree that it's wrong of them, that they need to get over it?
I think they need to get the fuck over it, because the only reason you know what happened is because it was televised. But like, everybody fucks up. You at home, you guys watching the live, like, everybody makes mistakes. We all have done things we probably aren't proud of. And it's like, what did you learn from it? Did you grow from it? And that's what matters. So if you're seeing like a change in these girls, then let it go. If they're still out here fighting and beating everybody else, then maybe you don't need to let it go. But
yeah, but don't take it personal. And like in some cases, it's like 10 years ago or longer.
Right.
Like
what? They probably don't even remember what happened. Like, let it go.
Yeah. And as you just said, and I always say that, like me in my early 20s, drunk or something, like I'm happy I wasn't filmed. You know what I mean? So just because there was a camera around, they get judged more. We all felt some type of way when we watched some bad, vicious fights who were not fair or something. But after the season, it's like done. You know? Right.
Exactly.
And we also established that correlation with jail. If you were in a jail-like environment, would you really be your best self? And there's always a camera in your face. So I think we have to give the girls some grace, even though sometimes it's like, you still did that though.
Right. And it's like, again, if you can't, you know, like it says in the Bible, don't cast a stone unless you are without sin. You know, if you've done some shit, then you've done some shit. So who are you to judge? Just because it's on television, we feel like, oh, deliberate.
Something out of it. From
it's unnecessary. It's just, and then it's like, you don't have your own worries. You worried about what somebody else did 10 like years ago. Like, you don't got your own life. You know what I mean? It's pathetic, really.
Yeah, it is.
And then it's being fitted on for 10 years because it's just that moment captured in time.
Exactly.
Damn, yeah. Like, who remembers that? But it's filmed, so they will get remembered again and again and again. So that's
it is. And you know what? As somebody who I love trashy reality TV. I'm watching like old Real World right now. I'm like, I am. And I'm just like, you know, you see the stuff, it's entertaining to you, but I would never be like, well, so-and-so did this on season 11 of The Real World, so she must still be a hoe. Like, who
Right.
fucking cares? First of all, half of these girls were not even 30 yet when we do this show. You tell me what you was doing before you was 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all have a thing.
Right.
That's
You have
how
another question, Kelsey? Otherwise, I would let Gemini join. You can still be here, but you have more questions, right?
I just have one more question that's on my mind.
All right, sweet.
So, how calculated do you think it was when do you think they already planned to kick her out before the meeting, or did they just need somebody out?
love.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think they just needed somebody out of the house, or did Dream Girl genuinely get chosen to be kicked out of the house because of her actions versus her group?
I think she was kind of, you know, from what I saw, it seemed like she was kind of the instigator of it. And I think what they really didn't like is she kicked her in the back when she was walking away from it. And then supposedly, I didn't see it, but they told me that she hit her on the head with a picture. Supposedly, like, tried to pull her pants down. There was more stuff than what was shown. So I imagine, like, they were like, whoa.
Okay, so it wasn't schedule thing like, all right, let's get a new girl.
I don't think, I mean, like I said, they called me, you know, pretty early on, but
yeah,
I think they were just like, no, you fucked up. So because of that, we're gonna replace you.
Okay.
Right. So Gemini is waiting so long already. She's adorable. She's part of the group too. And she actually paints pictures of bad girls and other celebrities. I don't know if she painted you already, but I just accepted her request. I hope she's still here.
I thought she was going to do like a live painting. We're doing like a live painting?
yes, a live painting. Hi, Gemini.
Hello, Queen.
Are you going to do a live painting?
Oh, I can see my face now. The words aren't on my face.
Live painting, I have to find my tablet first to draw.
Yeah, show Steph some of your work, please.
Okay, I'll try to find it.
Steph, is that a dress or is it a top? That looks
It's a dress.
Oh my god, that's so beautiful.
Thank you. It's from Shein. If y'all want it, it's like $8, okay? Look for less.
Like I wouldn't wear it, like but it's really cute. I just thought about the dancers in the club that would be cute to wear. So Gemini, do you have a picture to show, or do you have a question for Stephanie? Maybe.
I'm looking for pictures. I'm trying to think of a question at the moment.
You need to paint her and send it to her.
Okay, that I will attempt to do.
I also have what's your favorite color? That seems kind of random for this moment.
My favorite color? Green.
Green. Okay.
I've always liked green and pink.
I like green too. It's my favorite color, and I have green eyes. And in summer they get lighter, and in winter they don't look that green. That's weird.
I have
Well, how tall are you? How tall are you, Stephanie?
I'm 5'5". I'm tiny.
Oh, okay.
Did you do a little bit the fox eye thing, or is it because of your makeup? Because your eyes look so nice, like Egyptian.
Like I said, I had like a weird reaction. I think my lash glue expired, and the last time I put lashes on, I woke up and I just felt really, really dry and irritated. Like my eyelid was literally like flaky, so I didn't even put on eye makeup. But thank you.
Oh wow.
Maybe it's the filter. I don't know. Ah, is that supposed to be me? Who is that?
It's Kenya Moore.
Oh, I want one.
Well, you have to send me some nice pictures then as reference.
Absolutely, I would love to. I'll send you some of my headshots.
Okay, gladly.
Look, guys, I have company a lot.
Oh my god.
Oh, Chewy's
Yeah.
over
Good
here.
stuff.
Come here, Chewy.
Oh, I wish I had a pet.
Shy.
All y'all got pets and I don't have a pet.
I was gonna show you Chewy, but he's being an asshole. He's shy. He like hid under the bed.
What was it, a dog or a cat?
It's a dog.
I
had
remember
a
I had
dog
2
puppy.
cats.
I like fostered a puppy for like 4 days, and it didn't work out. He was too young for Chewy, and we sent him back to his mother.
Oh. I remember I had 2 cats.
You had
And
2
they both
cats?
made and they both made babies.
Oh Lord! But you're a grandmother.
So then you had like 6 cats?
Yeah, I had 2 cats, and I had 2 cats, and they gave birth to 3 cats, and we had to give them all away.
Did you know that
And
when a baby is retarded or has some issues that the mother kills them?
Oh, I think that's what happened.
Yeah,
I think
cats do that. If they have a retarded baby, they are like, hell no. And then they kill them.
Damn.
Oh my gosh. Because I think that's what happened. Because my cat gave birth to cats a second time, and she let them die. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you like Ripsy? Like the first crazy scene ever from Bad Girls Club? Do you remember?
Oh my God, Ripsy was so fucking drunk. She was gone. I remember she couldn't even walk.
Yeah.
She was so drunk in one of the episodes. I will never forget that. She couldn't stand or walk. I was dying.
But she still kept on trying to fight. You know, that was
still
so
trying to
fun.
party. I'm like, drink some water, Ripsy.
That's cool.
Was so unfortunate that she had to leave that early because she had a really catchy personality when she wasn't that drunk, and I really, really liked her. It was sad that she left so early.
Stephanie, what?
Aww. They should bring all the bad girls into like a fucking mansion.
Ooh.
And just have all. Oh, that's
Ooh.
when I was skinny and blonde. I'm thick and brunette now.
Oh, get it, Stephanie.
Are you still sometimes in the club, or are you like working?
I'm in the comedy clubs now.
So
I'm a stand-up. The nightlife is still part of me, but it's comedy club, so the hours aren't as crazy. And you know, sometimes I perform 10 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes, but usually not more than that. So it's way.
And is it improv mostly?
I do stand-up comedy. So I do jokes, stories, impressions. Sometimes I host comedy shows. But I do stand-up comedy. I've taken an improv class, and I just thought it was really cheesy. Like I was like, this particular one is not the one for me. And I just haven't gone to find another one yet. But I like stand-up. I'm doing, I got a lot of shows coming up. Actually, I have 2 shows this coming week. 1 show this Saturday. So if y'all want to come see me live in California, make sure you follow.
I wish I live in New Jersey, so.
I would go, but I'm in Berlin, Germany, unfortunately.
I know. What time is it in Germany?
Now it's, wait, do you have a clock here? Like 1 something. What time is it for you right now?
It's 4:51.
4:51.
Yeah.
So
wow, it's 7:51
I
over here.
think 1:51 right now.
Wow.
In AM in the morning.
Now it's 7:52.
You need to visit Berlin, Stephanie. You would really, really like it, I think. We have great clubs. It's like we have that Berlin culture. It's difficult to explain, but I think you would enjoy it. And I would love to show you my strip club. So I do work in a strip club, and in a brothel. So 3 times the week I'm in the strip club, and 2 times the week in the brothel. That's legal because that's legal here. And I'm doing the bar and the door and stuff there, and that's really fun too. But I prefer the strip club. It's the atmosphere is more like party, you know.
Yeah, it's more like just like dance. You just
right. Sometimes when we have some regulars who are like bi, so sometimes I still hop on stage, but only when I can. Like if there's enough people in the service, then sometimes I still up on stage. But like with 31, I would not. Sometimes it's a little bit like cringy.
I don't know what you mean. Like,
Okay, you guys, that's
like, bitch, you ain't tip me $1,000. Relax.
yeah, exactly.
How much you tip to be this annoying, you know?
Right, and we don't have $1 bills. We only like it starts with €5, you know. So they buy fake dollars, and when they spend them, we need to force them to buy more. And if they say no, they don't have dollars, so you go on stage for nothing. Then you do your dollar round, and they are like, oh no, I don't have. You know, it's fake dollars. They need to buy that. So like it's very, very rare that they make it rain. That doesn't happen often. And I just had 2 of our dancers
laugh. I love it.
and they were dancing there, and they said there it's definitely like the culture is just, people take it more serious there about the tipping and stuff, you know. Here in Berlin, I think we should be more strict about it. So if I have a table who doesn't tip at all, I will not smile. And when they don't order something, I will tell them to leave, you know. So that's how it works.
Like, you need to spend money.
Exactly. Like, why would you come here and not have money? Like, that's embarrassing.
You see, in Florida, though, like when I worked in Florida, 80% of the clubs,
Jerry
like,
Lewis.
in free till 12, drink free. I don't know how the fuck they make money.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, my bad. I smoked too much weed.
Yeah, I can relate. Yes, definitely. So for me, I don't have more questions. Does anybody want to join or? Gemini, what are you doing there?
I'm looking for headshots, and I'm also looking at her website.
Oh, okay. Now I see.
Oh.
You're so funny. You're so goofy.
Okay. Somebody said, what are my thoughts on plastic surgery? So I have never been against plastic surgery, but I'm personally terrified to get plastic surgery just because, like, my skin responds really negatively to, you know, even things like eyeshadow. So I'm very sensitive to things, and all my luck, I go and get like lip injections or something, and they turn out like fucking this or something, you know? So I'm just scared to do it. I don't knock anyone who does. It's very popular, but just own it. I can't stand these bitches who clearly have a fake ass talking about some click the link in my bio to work out with me. Like, no.
Just don't say anything if you don't want to admit to it, you know. But when they start lying,
right? Like, bitch, the thighs don't match. The thighs don't match.
Right. BGC Girls Inc. This interview was great. In like 2 minutes, we should wrap it up. Yeah, I think because it's getting too long, and then we can save it.
Okay.
But she asked the second time. Sorry, I didn't see it before. BGC Girls. If you met Gigi from season 11, or what's your thoughts on her? Because she's the most hated of all of the bad girls. And
I love Gigi. Gigi, the one. I remember she was really lit in one episode and was like naked straddling some guy's shoulders.
And she couldn't get it up, the guy.
But I thought she was just a lot of fun. I had no problems with Gigi. She just seemed like a fun time to me. Somebody who, like, you know, you want to go to the club with. I thought she was a good time.
Right.
Not drama like anybody else, but so what?
And she didn't do more than other bad girls before did. Like the Victor Twist kept on jumping people, and they are loved, you know. So this is hypocritical.
People, you know, Gigi is very beautiful, and I think people get jealous over the pretty, and they don't like them just because they're pretty.
Yeah, that's true. Because Dream Doll, they received hate for a long time too. Until she started making music, and now she.
Oh my God! People still hate her. Like when I go live and people ask me about her, and I'm like, I don't think she has. You know, I have a problem with her. They're like, that bitch, and I'm like, why? What did she do to you?
And she actually, like, not from the beginning, but now she actually is a really good rapper. Like, I don't know, I guess she has a ghostwriter, but I love her voice, and I like her music a lot.
I haven't really heard it, but I've, you
Haven't
know,
heard it?
I've seen her Plastic album or something when she first started doing
Life in Plastic.
that one. And there was one song on there that was okay. But I didn't like listen to it like that, so I'm not gonna judge the album. But the song I heard, I was like, oh, it's not bad, you know, whatever.
I think the first one was really, really bad. The second one was okay, and now she's doing good. But I'm sure she has a ghostwriter. Like, I don't believe
We
that
all
she's
have
right.
those. I'll be her ghostwriter, you know. I make rap music, but I do like my rap music is like a character. It's comical, you know. I'm a comedian, musically talented.
Right. Did you see that Nicki is going to sample Can't Touch This? The song is called Super Freaky Girls, coming out on 12th August, and she fucking raps on the beat from Can't Touch This. You know?
I did see that. I love Nicki Minaj. I've seen that. And I saw that
Me
Queen
too.
Radio's coming back.
Of course. I'm sure this is going to be the next Anaconda, that song.
We'll see. Well, you guys,
Okay, you guys,
thank you for having me. Thank you so much. Make sure y'all follow me. Click the link in my bio. Come see me live. Buy some merchandise. And I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you so much,
Bye,
Stephanie.
guys.
We all love you. Bye-bye. Have a nice day.
So.